Welcome back to another episode of Shijak Taekwondo. As with the last episode, we'll be bringing you some footage from Romsey Taekwondo Club. In this episode, we'll be focusing more on the technical side, looking at the line work that we do, which are drills with the basic techniques, and after that we'll be looking at some destruction, where those techniques are applied to break some boards. And as before, we'll be talking to my instructor, Mr. Mark Abramson, and he'll be explaining the different aspects that we'll be covering.
We do the line work, which is just up and down doing different techniques. This is how they can perfect their techniques, okay? Whether it's stances, hand attacks, blocks, kicks, okay? They can perfect their techniques, and the more they practice, the better they'll get, okay? So it's just basically up and down, keep practicing, and then eventually, hopefully, they'll get the technique and be able to perform it with the correct amount of power. Okay, because really Taekwondo is devised for one counter-attack, and that's it, finished. Okay, if it's delivered to the right target, then, that's it. The line work is basically to improve their technique. Also, you can use line work as a warm-up, which some of it was tonight. And then the patterns, which we did after the line work. The patterns are a really important part of Taekwondo. Not only does it keep the tradition of Taekwondo, but it also gives them a lot of strength and stamina. And again, they can perfect techniques, and they learn different movements, body shifting, things like that.
So what we looked at at the end of the lesson, we did the destruction, breaking the boards. Mm-hmm. What would you say the importance of that is?
Again, that is all to do with technique. If you can deliver a proper technique with proper acceleration to give you the power and focus, then you should be able to break 2-3 of those boards.
So this is a side fist strike. It's the same basic fist position as an ordinary punch, as is shown in the third episode, only using the outside of the hand instead. This is a jumping back kick. It's an adaptation of the basic back kick as shown in episodes 6 and 9, only it allows for a higher kicking angle and also gives you more time to reposition for the landing. This is a turning kick. Again, it's a basic kick that we've seen in episode 5 and 9, using the ball of the foot to strike. This is a palm strike. It's an alternative to the punch using the base of the palm instead of the fist. It allows for a different striking angle, and there's also less risk of damaging the hand. This is a side kick, but with a step in. It's the same basic side kick as was shown in episode 5 and 9, but this time the step in allows for more power and momentum. Here's shown the elbow strike. It's a very powerful close range attack that uses the lower portion of the forearm to strike. Okay, this is a back fist strike. It's a quick, sharp strike to vulnerable areas such as the temple. This is a reverse turning kick, as shown in episodes 6 and 9. It's a powerful spinning kick using the back of the heel. This kick's called a twisting kick. It's an unusual kick and quite difficult to master, but allows for a very unpredictable angle, and you're kicking with the ball of the foot.
It is important, size, obviously, because you've got the weight behind it, but a small person can still break almost, if not as much as what a big person can. Because Taekwondo, came from Korea. Korean people are small compared to Western people. And if you can see some of the things that they do, which are quite amazing. I've seen a picture of a Korean master breaking 2 boards at 8 foot in the air from a jumping kick. So, we're never going to be like that, obviously, but you strive to do the best you can, and the best you can, with your own ability, and that's what I try and get out of all the people in here.
So you might be wondering what all the heavy breathing was about during the line work. It wasn't just because everyone was worn out, although they probably were. It's actually used to regulate the breathing, to make sure you're breathing out while you're striking. This helps to get the power going, and also to make sure that your breathing is in rhythm with your movements. Just some points also about the destruction. What you do to do that is to remember not to aim at the board, but to aim a few inches behind the board to make sure that you're following through with the technique. This is also important in the application of any of the techniques, so as to make sure that when you're striking, you're striking aiming through your opponent rather than just trying to stop the technique on the actual strike itself. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to find out any more about the Romsey Taekwondo Club, or if you live in the local area, interested in joining up, the website address will be provided on the screen below. But failing that, you can always contact me if you've got any questions on the normal email address. And I hope you join me for the final episode, where we'll be looking at some of the sparring, the self-defense techniques, and how to fend off a knife attack.